For this video, we're going to be breaking down number 15, safety and wide receiver Dagan McLaughlin, class of 2024 of Pearl River High School, highlighted on the screen. But before we dive further into the video, if you like this kind of content, please give a thumbs up and subscribe for future videos. And if you think about helping the group even further, think about joining our Patreon for added benefits using donation links below. And now back to Dagan. This young man, 5'11", 160 pounds, not a very big guy, but boy, I think he's a well-rounded football player, both sides of the ball. And I'm going to focus in on the defensive side. And this young man played a lot of that high safety, free safety last year. And he has some good range to him. He's got good speed that allows him to close in on receivers, close in on the gap when there's separation, make plays on the ball. And I tell you, he has some toughness to him in the run game. He's not afraid. He comes up, and he's been a productive tackler for his team. Now, things he can work on, I do think he can continue to work on his body getting stronger. I'd love to see him in more man-to-man situations because I do think he has the tools to be a well-rounded coverage safety. But let's go for a couple plays I like. This first one is probably my favorite. And this is by the red zone right here. And you're going to see two receivers close to each other. And they're going to be in a kind of a combination of high-low coverage, which means the receiver who goes inside, he's going to take. The receiver that goes outside, he's going to take. Similar if they would cross, but it's going to make it a little bit easier. Tight end's going to go inside. This wing is going to go inside as well, but because the tight end's farther inside, he's going to take him, right? And they do get a nice jam at him in the beginning, but the tight end's got good inside leverage right here, right? Didn't slow him up enough. There is an open window, but watch the closing speed here to make a play on the ball. Looking at that closing speed and gets that INT right there. Again, you can just see that burst right at the end. And that's what I like about him. He's got some nice burst and speed to him. He reads it. And again, tight end does a good job of trying to create that space by getting inside leverage behind the linebacker. It's not an easy cover for a safety. But look at the closing speed right there. Undercuts him, gets the INT. Let's watch it one more time. A little bit of space, but look at the speed right there to close it out. Nice little dive right there to make the INT. Go to another play, and he's not on the screen right now. He's about to come in the screen shortly. He's going to be that middle safety over the middle, kind of that man-free look, and you're going to see a bubble and a slant. And receivers coming over there, they got to watch out a little bit for him, right? He makes a nice break on the ball here. This is a good route, and the receiver does show some toughness, but there he is right there. Look at him flying up the field, and again, strong tackler. He's not a very big guy, but he's a strong tackler. I mean, he sticks him pretty much for almost about 5 or less yards here on this slant from the middle of the field. Right? So there he is right there. And again, closes on it quickly. Gives some credit to the wide receiver, having some toughness right there. But he helps blow that play up really fast. And he has that tool. He has that range, that speed that he can fly up once he reads. Now again, can he continue to work on it, make quicker reads? Absolutely. This is a strong rep, strong tackle. Finally, again, showing some of the toughness and the range he has in the running game. And you're going to see here, they're going to be motioning the wide receiver. They're going to run a reverse. So they're going to hand it off to one wide receiver, hand it off to the other on the way back. The defense is bailing out in one direction except for that DN. But the receiver makes a miss. And look at the spacing right here. There's a lot of space here. We're talking almost, 13 yards. And a lot of open area if he doesn't make this tackle. So he's got to fly up the field here. He reads this. Watch the burst to close this down. And look at this strong tackle right there. Again, in open field. Those are some of the nice plays that I mentioned before at the start. He makes that guy miss. There's a lot of space over here, but look at him closing that gap and a really strong tackle. Let's watch it one more time. Nice reverse. He's got to change direction. Look at him closing that gap and a strong tackle right there to stick him. Again, really important player for his program. Two-way player. I know I'm focusing on the defensive side of the ball, but I'm excited to see the growth he has for this upcoming year.